It's going down.
You ready?
I got.
What's happening, movie buffs? My name is Aaron, and with me, as always, is Pat. And today is another episode of Cinema Studs Review. Today, we're talking about the movie Black Panther, directed by Ryan Coogler, starring Michael B. Jordan, Chadwick Boseman, Angela Bassett. I'm not really sure how to pronounce her name, but she plays Michonne on The Walking Dead.
That long one.
It's got Forrest Whitaker. We've got Andy Serkis, Martin Freeman. The cast in this movie is amazing. Another installment in the MCU leading towards Avengers Infinity War. Plot of the movie takes place shortly after the death of King T'Chaka from Avengers Civil War. Spoiler alert. You haven't seen that movie? He dies.
Just say before.
So this movie takes place shortly after the death of King T'Chaka. It follows the newly King T'Challa, which is Chadwick Boseman, as he gets the crown to become the Black Panther as well as the King of Wakanda. My first impression of this movie was I was pretty impressed by it. I like Ryan Coogler. I think he's a great director. For those of you who don't know, he directed Fruitvale Station with Michael B. Jordan. He directed Creed, also with Michael B. Jordan. And here again, working with Michael B. Jordan, he's fantastic.
Michael B?
Yeah, I mean, Michael B. Jordan is great in this movie. He's probably one of the most charismatic MCU villains we've had since Loki.
He stands out.
He's as riveting a character to watch as Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther himself. So
basically, everybody else in the movie talks proper and is proper, and he's the one guy that just...
Yeah, he's very street, which I like. And he's just a polar opposite of T'Challa, which is great.
He was out at the B-ball. I don't know how the song goes. You could do another Will Smith if you wanted to. A couple of guys were up to no good.
Went all shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood.
No? Not gonna do it.
It's a really good movie. And I said this in our live stream, which if you haven't seen that, I'm going to put a card to it right here. Go ahead and watch that. But as I said in the live stream, Ryan Coogler picked Kendrick Lamar to do the soundtrack, which to me means he had a message.
It did not overpower the movie either.
But
I thought it was going to be just like rap song, rap song, rap song. It's barely in there. It's in there like twice, and most of it's tribal.
Maybe three times. And the rest of
it's more in the credits and stuff.
Yeah, the rest of it's more accurate to the culture of Wakanda and Africa in general. And then you have...
Which is nice. I was worried it was going to be in there too much.
The only really big gripe I had with the music was that sometimes it sounded a little bit too much like the Avengers. There were some scenes where I'm like, why is the Avengers music playing? I'm confused. But it's the MCU. You got to have those kind of uniformity throughout. But Ryan Coogler very much had a message with this movie, and they did not shy away from that. He very much added a social commentary to this movie, which I was kind of surprised by, seeing it's an MCU movie and a Disney movie, and they very much let that shine through, which was very, very impressive.
Yeah, Killmonger is a jerk, but he almost feels like a different type of hero. He's got his own...
He's more of an anti-hero, I think.
But he's kind of a hero still. He's doing it for good reasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's got his reasons. The social commentary is very much real within this movie, and I don't really want to go into it. We'll go into that kind of in the spoiler review. But this movie is pretty good. Now, I say it's pretty good, and I'm praising it because it is a good movie. It's well made, but it's not without its flaws. Pat, you kind of had expressed some issues you had with it, and I think we're kind of on the same page as far as some of the technical It's more technical issues that we had with it, right?
Yeah, there was way too much CGI.
There was a lot of CGI.
And
a lot of CGI.
Thor Ragnarok was awesome, but the one scene that pulled me out was the obvious green screen when... Spoiler alert? Can we do that? Has it been out long enough? Somebody dies.
Yeah.
That's not so bad. Somebody dies, and it's an obvious green screen, and I felt like that a few times here.
Yeah, it was...
around the waterfall scenes, usually. It was the obvious green screen.
Yes, that was really bad. Like, and it wasn't even it was just seemed like that from like a portion up on a cliff during the ceremony or whatever. There was like this. It looked like they were...
The foreground didn't look connected to the background.
Yeah, it just looked kind of off. It just looked unfinished.
They did it with Thor too.
Yeah, it looked unfinished, which is unfortunate, and it kind of took me out of that moment. But other than that, I mean, like, there's a lot of CGI in the movie. I mean, obviously, you got a dude in a cat suit flipping around and, you know, whatever.
I can't
that
say
makes sense.
I can't say the first 10 minutes of it or so was so dark that it was hard to see what was going on.
That's true. Yeah, there was a few dark
no
scenes.
lighting hardly at all in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was. There were some scenes that were really dark, and
it's just the first few. I don't feel like it happened that much the rest of the movie.
Well, I think it feels to me like some of those really dark scenes were like Ryan Coogler trying to please like Kevin Feige and those guys by trying to make a Marvel movie. And then like halfway through production or something like that, they're just like, no, you just make your movie. And that's kind of how I feel about it. I think Kevin Feige and those guys over at Marvel really want to take everything in a different direction, in the sense of allowing the directors to kind of have their own voice and show that to the world. Taika Waititi did it in Thor Ragnarok. They let the Russo brothers do it in Winter Soldier and in Civil War. And then now Ryan Coogler is doing it in this. And I liked the movie. I thought it was great. Again, it's not without its flaws. There's not a perfect movie, really.
All the good action scenes were done in the trailer, basically.
Yep. And again, I've had this problem with Marvel movies for years. Is they show way too much in the trailers. They show way too much action in the trailers.
Dude, there's not a lot of action.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of action, but there was a lot of character development, which I liked.
No, it's good for grown-ups, but
yeah,
you would think taking like a 10-year-old kid might not be as interested in it as they thought he would be. I was never bored with it, but...
And everything with it. It's not boring because it's riveting to watch these actors interact with each other and stuff like that, and it's really amazing.
I actually like the little sister quite a bit.
Yeah, she was awesome.
She's got the funniest scenes and probably the most entertaining person other than Killmonger. Killmonger is just a jerk, and he plays it off well. But
well, I mean, Killmonger... Here's the thing about Killmonger. He's, like I said, he's one of the most riveting characters in this movie. Villains are always the best characters in the movie. And if you don't have a good villain, you don't have a good movie. Just look at Age of Ultron. Like,
I liked Ultron.
Age of Ultron was a decent movie, but it had a weak villain. There was not really any real clear motivation.
Well, he was just born yesterday.
Right. And he was a robot, so... But in this movie, just like in the first Avengers movie, the motivations of the villain are very, very clear. And his the reason he's doing what he's doing is very clear. And that is more riveting to me than I'm a superhero, I have to save the world. Overall, though, I enjoy this movie quite a bit. I thought it was very well made. The cinematography was great. Oh, the costumes and the wardrobe was amazing. It was beautiful and colorful and vibrant, just like we got in like Thor Ragnarok. And like I said in our live stream, I think they're really taking the MCU in a different direction. They're getting away from the paint by numbers Marvel that we're used to with like Iron Man 1 and Ant-Man and all that other stuff that we've seen before, and they're really kind of altering it and letting the directors make the movie they want to make, which is amazing. Because when the director has a clear vision and they're allowed to execute it, that makes for an amazing movie. Definitely a great movie with a powerful message, an amazing cast and performances, as well as great set design, costumes, and I would definitely recommend this movie out of 10.
It's the last stepping stone before Infinity War.
Yeah.
You gotta see it.
You gotta see it. Pat, anything else to add?
Nah.
Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Cinema Studs Review. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon to get those notifications every time we post a video just like this one. If you've seen the movie, make sure you comment down below. Let us know, and we'll join in the conversation. Until next time, thank you again. Be kind, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Okay, bye.